Hey guys, welcome back to the Curly Reader. My name's Amanda, and today we are going to be doing the final unhaul of 2021. Alright, so one of my annual goals in 2021 was to do quarterly unhauls. I had never really done unhauls before. I had never really looked at my shelves or thought about getting rid of books. I just kept everything I read, whether I liked it or not, which in hindsight seems a little bit ridiculous. Sorry, my hair, guys. It is driving me nuts today. So I wanted to unhaul books in 2021 because I was running out of shelf space. Well, I now have new bookshelves and I'm still running out of shelf space. This is the life of a book addict. So anyway, I have been successful in unhauling quarterly this year. I am not going to be posting unhaul videos going forward. I will just try to mention in my wrap-up videos if I own the book, if I'm planning on getting rid of it or not, just because it's kind of a pain to hold on to the books for 3 months just to do the video. And then, yeah, it's easier to just do it that way. So I probably won't be posting like big unhaul videos anymore unless I do like a culling of the shelves or something like that. But I do have quite a few books to share with you today because I kind of did just that. When I was getting ready to film this video, I just did a once over of my bookshelves minus the ones that my tree's in front of because that's a pain. But all of my other bookshelves, I just kind of did a once over and I was like, I'm not interested in this anymore. I'm probably never going to read this. I cover bought this, didn't really know what it's about. Now I know what it's about. I'm not really interested in it. Stuff like that. So I do have quite the stack to share with you, but let's just get into this. All right, let's start with books that I've read. First up is Two Roads by Joseph Bruchac. I read this. It's a middle grade book about a Native American boy who goes to a boarding school, a Native American boarding school in 1932. It was not my favorite, so I'm going to pass that along. I'm also going to pass along The Hidden Child by Louise Fine. I really love the premise of this book, but the ending was so bad. So I will never reread it, so I don't need to hold on to it. All right, another one that I read that I'm going to be passing along is So Be It. I really liked this book. It's another middle grade book, but I just don't feel the need to hold on to it, so I'm going to pass that along. I also read The Winter People by Jennifer McMahon. I know so many people love this book. It's just was not my favorite, and I probably am not going to reread it, so I will pass that one along. And then this one I feel a little bit ridiculous about because I just bought the sequel to it, so I'm going to unhaul both of them, and that is A Tale Dark and Grim and In a Glass Grimly, which is the sequel that I just bought. I tried reading A Tale Dark and Grim in October, and I got like halfway in, and it just was not for me, so I'm going to get rid of both of them. So yeah, and I never talked about that one. But yeah. All right, I think that is it as far as the books that I have. Oh wait, no, I got two more here. I am making hard decisions when it comes to my bookshelves, guys. I'm going to unhaul a Brian Selznick book, which pains me because I love his illustrations and I love his spines and I love the way that these look on my bookshelves. But I really just did not like this book. And I love this cover so much. But the book was not great. So I feel sad about that. I know I just posted my video on all the books that I pre-ordered in 2021. This is the one that's like really tearing me up. I pre-ordered Kaleidoscope. This is another Brian Selznick book. I tried reading it. I DNF'd it. And I just honestly think that this one is just not going to be for me. So I'm going to pass this one along. I'm sure somebody will love it. I'm just not that somebody. So I feel really sad because I paid full price for that. It hurts a little, guys. It hurts a little, but that's the chance you take when you pre-order books. All right. Those are all of the ones that I have already read. I do have one here that I am unhauling just because I got a newer copy of it, and that is The Kite Runner by Khalid Hosseini. This one I just got a copy that is in better condition, so I'm going to pass this one along. And then the rest of these I have not read. Some of them I don't even know what they're about because they were cover buys, but I'm just like, you know what? I have shelves full of books, and these are ones that I just don't see myself picking up. So this first one was actually on like one of my annual TBRs. I think it might have been last year or this year. I don't even remember. But that's Never Ever by Sarah Sadie. I just don't feel the desire to read this anymore, so I'm just going to unhaul it. Another one that I bought recently, this was a cover buy for me, and I know this is some people's like favorite book that they've read. I have just heard some things about it that make me think I'm not going to like it. City of Girls by Elizabeth Gilbert. I think this is just going to have too much sexual content in it for my taste. So I'm just going to pass that one along. All right. Let's see. A couple of cover buys. I think these were either thrifted or book outlet or whatever. I just got them. One is Amy Snow by Tracy Rees. If you've read this and you love it, let me know. I may be persuaded to keep it, but other than that, my shelves and my Goodreads TBR are like exploding with historical fiction, and there's more coming out every year, and I don't know. It's just one of those books that isn't calling to me anymore. And another one is The Peacock Summer by Hannah Rochelle. This is another historical fiction that I just feel meh about now. All right. Another historical fiction. Sorry, I keep looking to make sure I kind of have a little bit of like organization to this. But a historical fiction that I'm torn about, but I just think I'm going to end up unhauling it, is The Bridge Across the Ocean by Susan Meisner. I have loved Susan Meisner books. The only one that I have had that I have not liked is A Fall of Marigolds. That one was just okay for me. But I've heard this one has to do with like ghosts on a ship. Something, zombie ghosts? I don't know. I've heard not great things about it, and so I think I'm just going to unhaul it. But if you've read this and you love it, I could be persuaded. That's another one that I could be persuaded. All right. A couple of like contemporary romances, they're older, that I just don't see myself ever actually picking up. The Rosie Project by Graham Simpson and Confessions of a Shopaholic by Sophie Kinsella. I had just gotten those probably when I first started BookTube, and realistically, if I do ever read these, I'll just get the audiobooks. It's fine. And then I have a handful, 3 YA books here that I am going to get rid of. The first is I Tell You I'd Love You, But Then I'd Have to Kill You. This is by Allie Carter. I just think that this isn't going to be for me anymore. It's going to be too young for what I would like to read. The Timekeeper by Tara Sim. This is one that initially like struck my interest, and it has literally been sitting on my shelves, and I haven't even contemplated picking it up for years, so it can go. And then this last one is probably going to split hairs, but it's okay. It's okay. That is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. This is another one that has just been sitting on my shelves for forever, and I don't know, guys. I don't know. Am I going to like this? Am I going to love it? Am I not? Tell me. This is another one I could be persuaded. I have a couple that I could be persuaded to keep. This is one of them, so let me know what you think. But yeah, that's it. Those are all the books that I'm going to get rid of. It's quite the stack. Like, it's this is just part of it. I probably have 2 stacks like this that I just shared with you. So yeah, those are all the books that I am unhauling here at the end of 2021. Like I said, going forward, I'll just share with you in my wrap-ups if I'm planning on getting rid of a book here or there. And yeah, and most of these I will probably take to half-price books, and then I will just do little free library runs after that. So that's the game plan. All right, that's going to do it for today. Have you read any of these? Do you agree with my assessments? Do you disagree with my assessments? Let me know. Those select few books that I said persuade me. Let me know if you've read them, what you think. And yeah, that's going to do it. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you stick around and subscribe. And until next time, see ya.